Hi all, thanks for coming back. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe. As I relearn the craft of making videos, I promise they will get better. The first video I put up there was kind of just thrown together real quick just to kind of do a brain dump of my thoughts with owning a Tesla after a week. As I put more of these up there, there'll be quite a bit more thought and what I call production value put into the videos. Today I want to talk about the autopilot options that are available until the end of this month. And honestly, I wish I had those as options to me when I was buying my Tesla and taking delivery. Right when I picked up my vehicle, there were only two options. The first option was autopilot, which is basically what every Tesla comes with, and the other was full self-driving for an additional $8,000. If I had the option to go with the enhanced autopilot, I seriously think I would have gone with that option to begin with. And then as features developed, I probably would have upgraded down the road. I just would have split those payments up into $4,000 payments, or even if they up the full self-driving capabilities by another 1,000, maybe another 5,000. But instead of having to spend full shot at once, I could have broken that up over two payments. And the reason why I'm kind of having some regrets about that is because for the extra $4,000, you don't get a whole lot. You get promises for additional features, but those features really aren't available to you right now, and I don't think they're fully realized either. Full self-driving to me feels like full student driving, and the reason for that is when I have it enabled, especially on city streets, I have to watch it all the time. I can't take my eyes off the road, not that you should, but with it enabled, I don't think it can make decisions as good as I can. And I have some examples towards the end of this video that will kind of highlight what I am talking about. What I also would like to talk about is the differences between enhanced autopilot and full self-driving capability. To begin with, enhanced autopilot comes with navigate on autopilot, auto lane change, auto park, summon, and those are cool features. The summon I think is more of a party trick, but to be honest, as I get more used to it and can find more uses or more practical uses for it, I'll probably start using it more. I just don't fully trust it, and I don't know about you guys, and feel free to comment. I don't know if I fully trust any of this yet. And this is coming from someone with a tech background who is in the tech industry, who works with technology on a daily basis. I guess I've learned in more of a jaded view on the world, especially the tech. It's not always going to work the way you want it to, and like it or not, that's how technology is. So being on the cutting edge of technology, especially with the cars that we drive, you know, the Model Y, X, and whatever Tesla decides to come out with, we're always going to be guinea pigs, especially the early adopters. And full self-driving to me feels like a student driver. And I think I just said that previously, but it really does. And in my opinion, you're paying Tesla to be a beta tester, and actually when you look at in the car, when you enable autopilot for the first time, I think majority of the choices that you slide to enable are, say, beta to the right of it. So the enhanced autopilot, the navigate on the city, or the navigate option, you know, those options are all beta. So in other words, you're just a software tester. You're making sure that it's doing what it's supposed to, and God forbid if you get it to crash, all that data gets sent back to Tesla to evaluate what went wrong, whether it was a human error or something with the software. So my suggestion and caution for everyone that has it is just make sure you pay attention. I definitely think it's going to get better, but until then, I'm just telling people just to kind of watch out and treat it like what it is. It's early software, early development, and things can go wrong if you are not paying attention. I know I sounding like a broken record, like a 70-year-old man, lecturing someone. I'm really not. I'm just kind of, being very cautious and very careful with this technology. So this first clip that I would like to show you guys is me driving my Model Y in a backcountry road in central New York, coming around a curb where there's a stop sign adjacent to me on a different road, and the car thinking that it's a stop sign on the road that I'm on. And what you'll see is the car just stops. Now, if there was a car behind me and I wasn't paying attention, that car could have rear-ended me, especially if that driver was not paying attention. It's kind of scary knowing that the car could potentially do that if you're not paying attention. So my word of caution is to constantly pay attention when you're driving the vehicle. So the second incident occurred along the same route that I was going to where I was going. As I was coming up a curve where there was a fork in the road, the car got confused on which direction to take, even though it was clearly marked and you could see it in the self-driving view that it knew what road it needed to be on, but it got confused and kind of panicked and stopped. And that's kind of what I'm referring to as a full student driver, because that's something I feel like a student driver would do, not someone who is sure of the road and sure what they're doing. So my word of caution again is to pay attention to what the car is doing, because if you don't, incidents like this could cause major issues for you and for other drivers around you. Sorry to leave you guys on kind of a downer note, but those are just kind of the two experiences that I've had with the full self-driving. For the most part, on the highways, full self-driving works fine. I'm still very cautious in some ways, especially if I'm on the far left lane of a multi-lane highway and there's a barrier. The Tesla likes to ride that lane almost as far left as it can, giving me about 1.5 foot clearance between the car and the concrete barrier, and I don't like to be that close to that barrier. A lot of things could happen, but other than that, everything else, especially with the full self-driving, it's definitely fun to drive. It definitely takes the fatigue out of driving, especially on long trips. I'm taking another trip this week, about an hour away, actually, to a service center to get some of the initial issues with the vehicle that I had addressed, and I'll be kind of documenting my experiences on that. So with that, take care, and if you like this video, please hit the like button. Feel free to comment below, and I will try to respond as much as I can. If you are looking to buy a Tesla and do not have a referral code and would like to use one, please feel free to use mine. It will definitely help me out. It will help you out, and that's pretty much it. So until the next time, I'll see you later.